Let us be clear, you are in a cage. You feel its cold iron every morning when the alarm clock screams into the silence. You hear the definitive click of the lock every time you swallow the truth, every time you trade your authentic words for palatable lies. But here is the terrifying, the liberating secret that shatters the illusion. You are not the prisoner. You are the warden. You drew the blueprints for this cage. You mixed the concrete and raised the walls. You patrol its perimeter in the worn grooves of your daily routine. And you, with your own hands, threw away the key, then crafted an elaborate story about how it was lost in the misty past, a tragedy beyond your control. In part two, the historical echo in 1914, on the eve of a catastrophic war that would shatter empires and define a century, a telegram was sent. It was a final, desperate, and lucid attempt to stop the inevitable machinery of destruction. It was ignored. The recipient, his mind already conquered by a rigid monolithic war plan, saw the message not as a lifeline, but as static. The machinery was in motion. The tracks were laid. The course was set. He was a prisoner of a plan, a slave to a predetermined script, reading his lines as the stage burned around him. That is your life right now, in this very moment. You are ignoring the telegram from your own soul because its urgent, vital message conflicts with the plan, the safe, predictable, and dying plan you have been handed or have drafted for yourself. Now let's talk about your war. There's a voice in your head. It is not your friend. Do not be deceived by its familiar tone. It is strategist for the enemy, a fifth column operating behind your own lines. It speaks in the reasonable, soothing tones of prudence. It whispers the wise, accepted words of caution. It is the architect of your excuses and a curator of your museum of fears. Its ultimate goal is not to protect you, but to preserve you. Like a taxidermist preserves a beautiful animal, still, lifelike, perfect in form, and utterly, completely dead inside. This is the central, defining conflict of a human life. The battle between the will to create and the instinct to consume. To create is to impose your order on the chaos, to build something from the raw, unformed material of your time, your energy, your attention. It is an act of violence against the status quo, a declaration of your sovereignty. To consume is to be acted upon, to be shaped, filled, numbed, and pacified by the orders, the entertainment, and the products of others. You are either the forger at the anvil, hammer in hand, shaping the red-hot metal of reality, or you are the metal being hammered. There is no middle ground. Neutrality is a myth. To hesitate is to choose consumption. The philosophers of the ancient world, the Stoics, they understood this war. They spoke of the dichotomy of control with the clarity of surgeons. Your opinion, your pursuit, your desire, your aversion, these are in your power. Your body, your property, your reputation, your office, these are not. Your entire suffering, your entire sense of entrapment stems from a single catastrophic error in your operating system. You have spent your life frantically trying to control what is not in your power, while neglecting the one dominion you were given absolute rule over. Your judgments, your choices. Consider the figure of Seneca, a man of immense wealth and power, an advisor to an emperor, a giant of the Roman world, and yet his greatest works, his most enduring lessons on freedom, were written in exile and in the shadow of his own state-mandated death. He was rich, yet he practiced poverty. He was powerful, yet he meditated daily on his own insignificance. This was not hypocrisy. This was training. This was a man fireproofing his soul against the whims of fortune. He knew the gilded palace could become a prison in an instant. So he built his unassailable freedom within the walls of his own mind. This, then, is your primary task. Not to change the world. Not yet. Your task is to change your mind about the world. To see the cage not as a prison, but as a training ground. Oh, the friction, the resistance, the petty tyrants, the endless stream of inconveniences. These are not obstacles to your journey. They are the journey. They are the very weights you lift to build a stronger will. They are the sparring partners for your spirit. The process is a purge. It is a cleansing fire for the psyche, a three-part protocol for liberation. Step 1, the inventory. You must conduct a ruthless, unsentimental audit of your mind. What do you believe? Not what you were told to believe, not what you repeat in polite company. What do you actually believe in the quiet, shame-filled corners of your mind? Write it down. Speak it aloud. I believe I am not good enough. I believe I need permission. I believe it is too late. I believe I will be rejected. See these thoughts as objects, as artifacts you have collected. Hold them in your hand, feel their weight, and then ask the only question that matters. Is this useful? Does this belief build the inner citadel of your character, or does it provide the enemy with a blueprint for its destruction? If it is not useful, you are not obligated to keep it. Discard it. Step 2, the reappropriation of suffering. You will experience pain. You will feel fear. You will know failure. The default cowardly setting of the mind is to see this as a sign you are on the wrong path. You must reprogram this instinct. The pain is the signal you are on the right path, the path of resistance and growth. The fear is the indicator that you are approaching a frontier that matters, a boundary that needs crossing. The failure is not a verdict. It is data. It is the raw, unvarnished feedback from reality teaching you how to adjust your aim. Your suffering is not your enemy. It is your fuel. Stop wasting it. Step 3, the sovereignty of act. Every day you must declare your independence from your own tyranny through a single, deliberate, non-negotiable act. An act taken not because it is easy, but because it is hard. An act that serves your purpose, not your passing mood. This action is a vote. Us is a vote. It is a vote for the person you are deciding to become, cast against the person you have been. It is a brick laid in the foundation of your new reality. One brick every day. A wall will rise. A fortress will be built. You are waiting for a sign. It's interested to bar positions to be perfect. For the stars to align and the world to grant you its blessing. Let me save you the wait. The sign will never come. The conditions will always be wrong. The stars are indifferent to your ambitions. The only thing that matters is the decision you make in this silent, empty moment. The decision to pick up the tool of your discipline and start chipping away at the stone of your potential. History is not made by the happy and content. It is made by the obsessed. The ones who turn their anxiety into a relentless engine of energy. The ones who transmuted their pain into an unshakable purpose. They did not have better circumstances. They had a different, a more sovereign relationship with their circumstances. They saw every setback as a setup for a comeback. They understood the ancient secret. The obstacle is not merely the obstacle is the way. Your legacy is not a single grand moment at the end, captured in a biography or etched on a. Your legacy is the chain of small, invisible victories you string together in the quiet moments when no one is watching and no one will ever give you credit. The victory over the snooze button. The victory over the digital distraction. The victory over the need to be liked. The victory over the fear of being seen, trying and failing. The cage door was never locked. It was only ever held shut by the force of your own belief. The belief in your limitations, the belief in your powerlessness. That belief is now revoked. You are the warden. The prisoner is gone. It is time to walk out. Begin.